Hey, what's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel, Just Simply Sports. Here with me, I am Kaja. You guys, 2024 is almost over. This year feels like it flew by for me, but I am excited for 2025 to come in. I'm excited to see what happens next. I hope you guys are excited for a new year as well. Your goals, aspirations, dreams. I hope that you hit every last single one of yours. Me starting this channel was something I wanted to do for a long time, so I'm excited for myself. And it had me thinking, right? Like with the new year coming in what, less than a week, I reflect and I think back, right? And I'm saying to myself, sometimes it's okay that relationships end. Sometimes it's okay to move on. Sometimes I feel like we're afraid to let go and move on for whatever the reasons are. But sometimes we gotta do different things. We gotta try new things to get what we really want out of life. And that had me thinking about Miami Heat and Jimmy Butler. And I said to myself, I don't like Jimmy leaving Miami, right? I think that they are not as strong without him as they are with him, right? I know they say Tyler Hero, Bam Adebayo. Bam to me is a non-negotiable, right? But we've seen the Heat get far without Tyler Hero. Remember, he broke his hand a few years ago, and they did just fine without him, with Jimmy Butler being there. I feel like there's just something that Jimmy adds to that franchise that is invaluable. But sometimes you need to let go and move on. And I feel like the rumor mill has been swirling for Jimmy Butler and the Heat for a while now. And it kind of started in the last season when he did not get his extension. And Pat Riley was saying we're going to invest the kind of money to have players that are available. Now, to Jimmy's defense, his dad had passed away. He also was dealing with some injuries. So, hey, you can't play with an injury depending on how bad it is. And if you've lost a loved one, that's important too, right? I mean, you got to have your time to grieve. I don't care how many millions you make, losing a parent is still rough and hard. With that being said, though, I feel like at this point, because it seems like the meeting of the minds is just no longer meeting. Yesterday, news broke that Jimmy Butler has requested his own trade, that he would like to be traded before the deadline. And some of the places he's interested in are the Suns, Warriors, Rockets, right? And then today, Pat Riley came out and said they are not interested in trading for Jimmy Butler. So could this be some damage control? I don't know. With that being said, what team should Jimmy Butler go to? I don't know. Look at my shirt, though. Look at the color of my shirt, you guys. I'm giving out some hints here. I'm giving out some hints. But I'm first going to play this clip from Shams Charania. And then we'll get back into it.
So 2 weeks ago, I reported that the Heat are open to listening to trade offers for Jimmy Butler.
Okay.
Now there's some line drawn in this sand. There's been an escalation in this situation.
Okay.
Sources tell me Butler prefers a trade out of Miami ahead of the NBA trade deadline February 6th. The Suns, Warriors are atop his preferred win-now destination. While he's made it known that he's prepared for his exit out of Miami in league circles, this isn't Minnesota. This is not a situation where we're going to see unprofessionalism. He has been professional this season, but there is not an urgency right now, from my understanding, in talks that the Heat are having, but other teams expect to engage with Miami ahead of the deadline.
I think Phoenix would be an ideal spot for Jimmy Butler because let's call it what it is. The Phoenix Suns are incredibly talented, but in the eyes of a lot of people in the NBA, they're also incredibly soft. They lack toughness.
The perfect spot for Jimmy Butler is the Phoenix Suns alongside Kevin Durant.
But wouldn't that require Bradley Beal then waiving his no trade clause and going to Miami? Should Miami
absolutely.
do that?
Why wouldn't he want to go wiggle his toes in the sand?
All right, so you just heard from Shams Charania. I like saying that, Charania. I've never heard that one before, you guys, and I like the way that sounds. It kind of doesn't roll off the tongue, but I like the way it sounds. It sounds pretty cool. You heard from Stephen A., Kendrick Perkins. What they're saying is the ideal spot is the Suns. Absolutely not for me. The ideal landing spot for me is the Bay, the Warriors. I'm wearing my yellow because I'm trying to manifest it, bring those positive vibes to the Bay to go alongside my guy Steph. Because you saw the game last night. If you had Jimmy Butler, Garden, AR, that last little layup ain't going in. It ain't happening, okay? They would have won that game. Steph is doing all that he can do. He needs some more help. And I feel like Jimmy Butler is the perfect piece to add, especially now while they're trying to figure things out. Because I really feel like on the offensive side, they have enough. And that's the confusion. The Warriors are loaded with guards, loaded with shooting guards. They have people on the bench who can shoot. Everybody's just kind of waiting their turn. Moses, can shoot. He's coming off the bench. Kuminga's in starting lineup now. I just feel like they have enough offensively that they need to add to the defensive side of the ball, and they need some more size with it. Okay, Jimmy Butler is not 7'2", but damn it, I believe he's 6'6". I've met him in person. I'm 5'8". I was like, oh, he's tall. You know what I mean? And very nice, by the way. Very, very cool. Um, he has the grit I feel like that's missing from the Warriors. They have enough offensive power. I cannot say that enough. Buddy is not consistent, but he's there. They just added Dennis, you know what I mean? He's trying to find his way within the lineup and the offense and learning their system. It's been 2 games, you gotta give him time, right? Flaminga, you got Andrew Wiggins, you got Brzezinski, the rookie. Although he's not a rookie anymore, he's still my rookie. I say rookie. You have I can go on you guys. They got a lot of people on that bench just kind of waiting in the wings to come in and get their shot to shoot. And what they are lacking on the defensive side is more help, more grit. You have Draymond, who's been doing really good this year in terms of shooting. He's shooting a lot more than what he has in previous seasons, but it's not enough. I feel like Draymond does better in this role of facilitating. Where he is now, where the Warriors are now. I love keeping Draymond as a facilitator, as the point guard, although he's, you would say Steph looks like the point guard. We know it's Draymond. Draymond, keep him in the role of facilitating, getting guys open. He's so brilliant with that. Nobody does it better within that system. He complements Steph. He complements the team. Those two, to me, are non-negotiable. You got to keep them together. Wiggins, to me, he's had some great games. And then some games where I'm like, what's going on? To me, I'm keeping Steph. I'm keeping Draymond. Kuminga, to me, is not going anywhere. Those three are coming. If you add Jimmy in there alongside Draymond, because Jimmy, like I said, he has that grit. He's a dog. They need somebody with some grit. Now, I love Looney, and I love his size. He's lost some weight, got a little bit more speed with it, but he's not gritty enough. GP2, to me, he looks like he's like 6 feet, you know what I mean? Like a small 6 feet, but he plays like he's 7'5". Like he's not afraid to get in there. He has some grit to him, but I don't feel like he has enough size. You need a dog in the fight with a little bit more size. You know what I mean? And I feel like Jimmy is a very, very nice complementary piece to Steph, where he is right now in his career in terms of his experience. You don't need to teach him the game of ball. You don't need to teach him what to do and what needs to be done. Like, he's past that stage, right? He just needs to come into a place that he can contend. And what better place to contend than alongside Steph, who's trying to get that 5th ring. Steph is still in his prime. He's conditioned at his top level. Jimmy Butler, to me, as a Golden State Warrior, and I believe that he does live in the Bay in the off season. He has a house there in San Francisco, I believe. So even better, you know what I mean? But the thing is, if you're getting Jimmy, then what do you have to give up? I believe that Pat Riley is going to want Kuminga. He's going to want maybe Moses, Brandon Podziemski, because they're young. I know Kuminga for sure because he's young, he's athletic. But, they also, back to the Warriors, they also have Trace Jackson. He's somebody else who's coming along, coming into his own. I'm not giving him up because, again, when you feed him that ball, like we saw when the Warriors played, who they play a few games ago, it was not the Lakers. Who did they play before the Lakers? I'm drawing a blank. It'll come to me. I was like, look at him. Like, he was just dominating and finishing around the rim. They were just passing him easy open looks, and boom, 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 one after another. He was just knocking him down, knocking him down, knocking him down, knocking him down, which is a really good look for him. But he's not someone who can just go ahead and get his own shot. He needs someone to create for him. And I feel like you have a lot of players on the Warriors who can shoot, but they need someone to create for them. And if that's the case, you bring Jimmy in again. He doesn't need someone to create for him. He knows how to create plays for others. He can contribute in a multitude of ways. My only question is that his health has been up and down this past few seasons, which is not the norm for him. But again, because he wants that championship, he wants to contend. You add him there with Steph. They need some grit. I don't want to see no more offense added to this lineup. I feel like that's been a bit of the issue. Steve Kerr has so many offensive pieces, trying to figure out what lineups. People are kind of confused on what their job is, and they're switching their roles and trying to figure it out. I think that's been a lot of the confusion. Bring Jimmy in. Forget the offensive side. You'll figure that out. But defense, we need some defense. We need somebody that's going to be blocking, that's going to get some steals, for some turnovers, and we know that Jimmy is going to get in your face, and he's going to do what needs to be done. He can give you both, but he is a dog on the defensive end. That is where I think he should go. and the Warriors have more than enough money. Okay, that is the richest franchise when it comes to NBA. They are up there, I think, almost 10 billion, like Dallas Cowboys in the NFL. So to me, that's where he should go. What do you guys think, though? Let me know in those comments. I will see you in the next video.